my 9-to-5 job. It all began back in 2014. I was working at the hospital doing janitorial work. And I was also working for a local janitorial company doing janitorial work. And I wasn't getting a promotion at my main job. Had to have a degree just to be a supervisor. And I wanted better for my family. So what I did was I went and registered for truck driving training school. October of 2014. And I actually left both jobs to go to truck driving school. And what I should have did, I didn't realize how flexible truck driving school was at the time. I thought it was going to consume a lot of my time. But what I should have did was, instead of quitting both jobs, I could have actually still kept both of my jobs and going to truck driving school because it was so flexible. Now what I know now, what I would have did was I would have just plugged in some PTO time because I had plenty of PTO for my main job. And then by the time I got from truck driving school, I had enough time to come home, eat, take a nap, then go to my night job. Because we got there at 7, from 7 to 9 or 10. So what I should have did was kept both jobs, plug my PTO days in on the days I'm going to be in truck driving school. Because I was every other weekend anyway. So I worked. My regular off days every other week was Friday, work Saturday, Sunday, off Monday. So I had that Friday off and that Monday off. That 2 days right there, I would have just had to take Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the following Friday off for truck driving school and be out there weekend. So I ended up putting my 2-week notice at both jobs to go to truck driving school. I actually ended up passing truck driving school, and I didn't go over the road immediately. I had got my CDL like around December, at the end of December. So I like to start a new job. I like to start in January. It started out the new year off right. So I ended up getting a local job at a nursing home facility. And they carried me over because I didn't have no job. So when I left there to go get a job with the nursing home that has income coming in, I had left to go to U.S. Express that February. So when I left to go to U.S. Express, my first wife at the time, my daughter's mother, she dropped me off at the bus stop. She had tears in her eyes because she really didn't want me to go. She had changed her mind about me going. So that kind of had me on the worried side. But once I got up to the terminal in Tunnel Hill, Georgia, to the U.S. Express headquarters, we talked about it, and she felt good about it. But with U.S. Express, I ended up not getting past the first portion of the orientation, and they said I could try again in 30 more days. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I really need to go ahead and start somewhere because I don't have 30 days. I need some income coming in. So what I ended up doing was my wife was urging me to go back to the hospital where I worked at. So I ended up putting my application back in with the hospital. And I actually ended up getting hired back at the hospital that I had previously left. And the pay I left with, I came back to a higher pay when I got rehired. So I actually got a raise when I left. It came back. And when upon rehire, they were happy to have me back, and they was like, Larry, this is our last time that we can hire you back. So if you leave again, we can't hire you back. But welcome back to the team. They were happy to have me back. And then I was gone probably like close to 6 months. But when I got back, all my benefits, my time served and all that just kicked in like I never left. And I was gone like 6 months for real. Like, so all my 401k and life insurance and health insurance and all that stuff, it picked up like I never left the company. So I was excited about that, and I'm glad I didn't go drive with not Western Express. I meant to say U.S. Express in Turner Hill, Georgia, because at the time my wife had changed her mind about me going, so I had all that time to spend with her and my daughter. To have some time together. We went on dates while my daughter was at school and got close to each other. And I wasn't on the road, so I was home every day. So that was a good thing. And life had took a different turn August 6th of 2015. And I didn't pursue truck driving until 5 years later. Almost 5 years later. It was like actually 4 and some change. Because my life had took a different turn. And it threw me off course a little bit. So I just stuck with the hospital. And I was able to drive trucks. August 6, 2015, my daughter's mother had passed a day before her graduation. So that kind of threw us hard. But she was actually having dreams that she was going to die. We didn't know how, but she was having dreams that she was going to die. Cause she was saying that like she seen herself in dreams and stuff laying in the casket, and she just seen people standing on the casket looking at her. So this was right before she passed. So yeah, that's that prophetic gift that we had like Lord show us things and dreams and visions before they happen. So that was a hard loss for me, man, because that really was my best friend. That really did something to me, really. So my daughter was actually 5 years old at the time. She just turned 15 back in February. She was very young. She really didn't understand at the time. So I couldn't drive trucks at the time because in order to drive trucks, I would have had to go over the road unless I could have found something local. But I was never able to find anything local. I applied for PepsiCo so many times, they started sending my applications. So I just stuck with the hospital till I got back on my feet. Then in March of 2018, I got let go for the hospital, the main hospital that I worked at. I got let go from them because the big managers on my department, they stopped me with my cell phone and I wasn't on break. So they wrote me up for have my cell phone. But when they actually fired me, when I came back, I took vacation for about a week. Came back, and after lunch, they let me have my last supper. I came back. They gave me my walking papers. But they didn't fire me for the cell phone. They actually came up with other stuff that they wrote down that said that wasn't done, that was actually done. And they fired me because of that. But I ain't got no bad blood against them. I still talk to them and stuff. I might go up there whenever I get an opportunity see how they doing. So I told her at that hospital, I did over 10 years with them. Same department. Did everything in the department. I was a janitorial, so I did everything. I did some of everything. Been worked all over the hospital. That's how a lot of people at the hospital know me. I can go into the hospital, everybody know me. And 2016, I started my own janitorial franchise, cleaning buildings and stuff. And I'm thinking about getting back into that if I can find the right help and stuff. That'll be something outside of trucking, because I also have my own authority, and I'm still building on that as well. So I'm trying to figure out some of that. But yeah, man, like 2016, I had my own authority. Then also, I had got a job at another hospital that I started later on that year in November. So I worked that until January of 2020. Because I had applied to start with Swift, but I waited because my grandmother's health was declining. So I waited it out because I didn't want to be stuck on the road 1,000 miles away. And my grandma passed, and I didn't able to get home in time enough. So, like, what I did was, I waited to start with Swift until after my grandma passed and we buried her. And then I started with Swift in January of 2020. And that's before the pandemic. And yes, I did finish training. Yes, I finished training with Swift. I had a great trainer, and we still talk to this day. He actually left Swift like 4 months before I was let go. Cause he was already with Swift for years, but he had already left and found something else. But he was a great trainer. We still talk to this day, man. And man, I had a great experience with Swift. I had my fuck ups. I was rookie. I had some fuck ups, no accidents. But I got all my safe driving bonuses and stuff, and I learned a lot. I had learned a lot from Swift. I ain't gonna lie, Swift treated me great. I got paid good with Swift because when I started, man, Swift kept me rolling. And this was before the pandemic happened. Swift actually kept me rolling, man. Ultimately, I didn't hardly stop at all with Swift. Cause like the longest I was gone when I was working with Swift, I stayed out for like 3 months. Like, cause I had left that May, it came back that July because I had ended up getting married in July. Then I went back out for about like a week before they let me go. And they had let me go because of a rookie mistake I made. They had to let me go. And then I had, finding another job. I had started with Western Express. Well, actually, like, no, I didn't start like right away though. Cause I started with Western Express in 21 and 22. And I didn't start right away. I had found like another job with a tree company. And I worked with my nephew. He had a hot shot business he was doing for a while. And I worked with my friend David. And they kept me rolling. And that's when I started my LLC and stuff. Started putting it together towards my trucking. And been working on it and still working on it ever since then. And this is 2019. this was in 2020. But it's good though that when Swill let me go because my auntie and my mom also passed in 2020. My grandma passed in January 2020. My aunt Laura, my mama baby sister, passed in July 2020. My mom passed November 3rd, 2020. And after I left Swill, I had started with this tree company. Now this tree company, I had asked her, can I start like on another day? Cause I had came down, I got real sick. Like, he like, no, I want you to go ahead and start today. So I started, worked out. I had got so sick, man. Until I got sicker than I ever been in my whole life. And after that night, after we got out that night, he just told me, you ain't got to worry about coming back. I did get paid, though. I did get paid for that one day. I made like $250 for that one day. And come to find out, I had COVID. And you want to know how good God is, man? Like, me and my wife, we was at home with my mom. I had moved back in with my mom after I lost my job at the hospital. So, we was staying with my mama. We all the adults in the house had COVID. None of the children caught COVID. And we was in close quarters to each other. Like, my daughter didn't catch it, and my nephew didn't catch it. But all the adults had it. And how I found out my wife had it was, we thought she was having an asthma attack, but really she had COVID too. And my sister that was born before me, she was asymptomatic, so she had it. But thank God none of the children caught it, 'cause that shit was horrible, man. It was horrible. Like, on top of like, I couldn't walk 20 feet without giving out a breath. And I like to walk. Like my wife, car had messed up. I was going around to the store around the corner, about like a half a mile around the corner, to go check up on her. By the time I got to the stop sign, about 250 feet away, I was out of breath. I had to keep stopping and taking breaths. That's how bad COVID had us. And no, we didn't get the jab either because we didn't get that syringe. We didn't get that syringe because it wasn't no syringe out there. That didn't come into the light later on that year, in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So we had to bet that thing out. Had to eat fresh fruit, drink a lot of water, drink a lot of juice. And the crazy part is, I was always craving chili. I wanted chili every day. So I eat Wendy's chili almost every day. That really helped me with my syringe, man. That really helped me out with it because it opened up my airways. It opened up my airways, and I got back on it. Got back on top of things. But yeah, like my mama even had COVID too. The syringe. Syringe. My mama had a syringe too. While battling stage 4 lung cancer. It's in the food, man. Mama never smoked a day of her life. But like while battling stage 4 lung cancer, but she was healed of that. Like she beat it. She beat the 19 pandemic. She beat it. But yeah, like lost my aunt Laura, lost her in July. And then November 3rd, matter of fact, it was election day. Lost my mama that morning on November 3rd, 2020. And it's gonna be 5 years. It don't feel like it, man. But yeah, that's just a brief story about I quit both my 9 to 5s. And that's what happened after I quit both my 9 to 5. I quit both my 9 to 5s to get my CDL. And I had my CDL for a while now, but I didn't go drive like right away because life took a different turn for me because my first wife had passed a day before her graduation. So that really turned our lives around. That really turned our lives around, and it was hard, very hard, because I really lost my best friend. I really lost my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. June 8th, if I make it, I love this company though. June 8th, if I make it, I would have been with JB Hunt on his dedicated Calamon 3 years. And with JB Hunt, I have over 300 been in the Most High's will that I don't have any type of DOT preventable accidents. I have over 300,000 safety driving miles with this company. Yep. And I love this company though, like, cause I still want to work with them. Like, even when I run my own store, I still want to work with them, cause they got freight. They got freight. They getting new accounts everywhere, so they haul chickens, turkeys, you name it. They got accounts everywhere, man. JB Hunt, man. And then we get a lot of intermodal freight, and we got stuff that go to China, man. So some of our freight go to China. So yeah, I love them, man. They treat me nice, man. They treat me real nice. I ain't gonna tell you how much I make, but they treat me nice. It's better than I was making at both my hospital jobs combined. It's better than what I was making when I was working at McDonald's. It's better than what I was making when I was working at the mall for a janitorial company. It'll take me 2 weeks plus overtime to make what I'm making now, so yeah, it's pretty good. I love trucking, man. I love it, man. I'm Larry, YouTube on Lee 85, and I just want to share that story. That's all. Shalom.